The law of selection, the art of the no. Welcome back. If you are listening to this, it means you have already begun the internal shift. You have looked in the mirror, you've planted the seeds, and you've felt the pull of a new identity. But now we must address the hardest part of the journey. It is the part where most people falter. You see, success is not just about what you add to your life. It is about what you are willing to cut away. This is the law of selection. In our first session, we established that you attract what you are. But here is the deeper truth. You stay what you tolerate. Imagine a magnificent high-rise building being constructed in the heart of a city. Before the steel can rise, before the glass can reflect the sun, the builders must first clear the lot. They have to dig deep, remove the old debris, and tear down the structures that are no longer fit for the new vision. You cannot build a skyscraper on the foundation of an old shack. Most people are trying to build a level 10 life while clinging to level 2 habits, level 2 conversations, and level 2 distractions. They want the harvest, but they are unwilling to pull the weeds. The tyranny of the good, the greatest enemy of the great life you were meant to lead, is not a bad life. It is a good life. Think about that. It is easy to say no to things that are obviously destructive. It's easy to say no to total failure. But it is incredibly difficult to say no to a good opportunity. That isn't the right opportunity. It is hard to say no to a good friend who no longer shares your vision. It is hard to say no to good entertainment that steals 3 hours of your evening. But the law of selection demands a higher standard. Every time you say yes to something minor, you are automatically saying no to something major. If you say yes to a distraction, you are saying no to your discipline. If you say yes to a comfortable evening of scrolling through a screen, you are saying no to the book that could have changed your financial destiny. You are a sculptor, and your life is the block of marble. A sculptor doesn't create beauty by adding clay. They create beauty by chipping away everything that isn't the statue. What are the pieces of marble in your life that are hiding the masterpiece? The audit of tolerations. I want you to pause and think about your tolerations. These are the small leaks in your character that you've allowed to persist because they didn't seem that bad. Maybe it's the 5 minutes you're late to every meeting. Maybe it's the desk that stays cluttered, reflecting a cluttered mind. Maybe it's the small promises you make to yourself. I'll start that project at 8 o'clock, and then you start at 8:15. You might think, it's only 15 minutes. What's the big deal? The big deal is that you are training your identity to believe that your word doesn't matter. You are teaching your subconscious that you are a person who settles for close enough. And the marketplace? The marketplace senses that lack of precision. The universe doesn't deliver a level 10 destiny to a level 7-foot character. You must select a higher standard for yourself before the world will select you for a higher reward. The garden of the mind. Success is like a garden. If you plant a seed of greatness, but you refuse to select which plants get the water, the weeds will win every single time. Why? Because weeds don't require effort to grow. Neglect is all a weed needs to take over. If you neglect your circle, if you neglect your schedule, if you neglect your thoughts, the weeds of mediocrity will choke the life out of your potential. Selection is an active, daily process. You must wake up every morning and ask, what stays and what goes? Your practice for today, I want to give you a concrete exercise to begin applying the law of selection immediately. Take a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle. On the left side, write down your majors, the 3 big goals that define the person you are becoming. This is your health, your family's future, and your primary mission. On the right side, write down your minors. These are the things that take your time but don't move the needle. The social media, the gossip, the oversleeping, the good projects that aren't great projects. Now look at that list. The law of selection says that for your majors to live, your minors must die. You cannot give major heart to minor things. Start today. Say no to one good thing so you can give your full heart to one great thing. The world is waiting for the masterpiece, but the masterpiece is currently buried under the things you've been too afraid to let go of. Selection is the price of greatness. Are you willing to pay it?